That's a huge task. I mean, what kind of research did you do?
I've been playing it for 12 years. Wow. I've actually performed over 450 shows, 30 states, 3 countries.
What's the one thing that you have to get right?
Well, you have to get her voice. Yeah. And I worked really hard to make sure that I had Bette's voice from the inside out. So I knew I was playing her as a woman. And also, she's not just an actress. She was a real person, and she was a fighter. It's like every time I do the show, I learn something about myself, and the world keeps changing. They're hearing Bette's story and voice come out differently.
Oh, you're fiery just like her, Jessica.
Thank you.
I used to fight for good roles. Now I can't even fight for any of my age range.
Thank you so much for being here. You have Bette Davis eyes.
I know, it was uncanny. I had to learn a lot about myself in order to play her. And so I started to research her from the inside out, and I fell in love with Bette and her fight in Hollywood. She's the first woman of her time to really stand up and fight for what she believed in.
If you could say one thing to Bette Davis.
I, as Jessica, have learned so much from her. I would love people to be able to see her fierceness.
They can go to Bette Davis Ain't for sissies.com.
When did you realize that you had Bette Davis eyes and a whole show to match?
Absolutely. It was an iconic moment in my life. I was walking around New York City and people would stop me and they'd say, you know what? You look like a young Bette Davis. I realized the power of theater and the power the audiences need to feel, especially in today's world. They need to feel something.
Is there a line that really gets the audience going?
Well, usually when I tell the audience at the very end, I say, fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
About Bette's scarf, gloves, earrings, how does putting those on just change your performance?
I mean, I was so lucky. I was gifted these items by Catherine Cermak, who was Bette Davis's assistant the last 10 years of her life. Wow. And she said, Bette would have wanted to have these and wear them on stage. So when I put them on as an actress, I become Bette. When I go into her gloves and her scarf and this feeling that, you know, every actress needs to know that you're doing something right, I always feel that Bette has chosen me for that moment.
You know, we're so happy that you're here and so much
you.
to look forward to for all the fans out there.
Thank you,
Jessica.